In this gaming test video, we will be testing the small Galaxy S25, and the reason why this gaming test is going to be much more different compared to the Ultra and also the Plus. Where's the Plus? Now, these two phones perform more or less the same because they are sized more or less the same, I would say. This is a bit thinner, and the performance coming from these two are very similar. But this one though is going to be very different because number one, the screen size is smaller and the resolution is also smaller. It's only at 1080p compared to these two phones at 1440p. And then since the phone size is also physically smaller, the vapor chamber and everything has to be smaller as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of performance we can get from this phone with all of the resolution changes and whatnot. So let's get started with the specs first. And as you can see here, it is using the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Yeah, you have already seen in the comment section, I'm not really a fan of this chip because it is very hot and the improvement over the 8 Gen 3 is not that much. So the screen is at 2340 by 1080p, and then memory 12 gigs plus 256 for our version here, so nothing out of the ordinary. Battery is also the same as last year, so 4000 mAh. What we're gonna do now is to do some setup process. So as usual, we'll hit on here, go to developer options, scroll somewhere near the bottom, GPU watch, enable this, make it tiny so that I can actually see what's going on in the screen. And then for all of the steps that we need to take, head into Gaming Hub, Game Booster. Remember, game optimization, set it to performance. This is gonna raise the render resolution to the maximum and also make it use as much power as possible to get the best performance possible, because we are gonna push it to its limits. And then that's pretty much it, because Samsung actually just consolidated all of the settings into this one page here. You don't really have the Game Booster Plus anymore since it's housed within these two options. Then this is the battery bypass feature. You will need a USB PD PPS charger of at least 25 watts to make it work. Of course, I don't have a charger connected, so that's why I cannot enable this option right now. So we can now head into Genshin Impact. Now, I would just ask you to please like and subscribe because we are really doing all of these tests non-stop. And for you to like and subscribe really does help us out a lot, so please do that. And now, as you can see here, the graphical settings, everything is at the maximum, 60 FPS. This is the setting that I've used for every single Galaxy S series phone for 2 years actually. So Ultra and the Plus are also using the same settings. But as you can see here, because this phone has a smaller screen, the render resolution has also dropped. 1755 by 810. I'm not sure what's the original render resolution of the Ultra and the Plus. I'll leave it on the screen here. And there is a drop of a certain percentage of resolution. So with a lower resolution like this, that means you don't have to overwork the GPU that much. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is to actually defeat a weekly boss. Not sure who to fight, but I do need that thing to spend the... I need to spend the weekly boss ticket thing. Should I even call it a ticket? One of the easiest weekly boss ever, but yeah, for this dude to have 3 phases is really a time waster. So weekly boss done. Let's just go walk around, I guess.
Come on, show me your courage.
Okay, Furina's skill is real useful to locate hidden stuff. Now I know. It never dips below 50 FPS, even with such detailed environment. About 50 something, real good. I've been in the game for like half an hour finding treasures, and the performance is real good. Real good. Don't even need Nuvillet, everyone's dead.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first.
So yeah, I think I've been in the game long enough. Frame rate, sometimes it does dip, but not by much. It's a lot more consistent compared to the Plus and Ultra. Unfortunately, the GPU is also at 100% for this kind of render resolution, so Snapdragon Qualcomm really needs to upgrade the GPU in the next flagship chip. So you know what, before we end, let's do floor 11, because I have not done this thing for quite some time. I don't like this because they don't have the team preset like Zenless Zone 0 where you can just select team 1, 2, 3. This one you still have to manually find which characters in this list. I shouldn't be doing that. Oh my god, it's these enemies.
But it poses no threat to me. Let the mighty be humble.
Oh, I forgot they are ice. This wouldn't work. Oh, it does. Okay. Not the best element to deal with ice shield, but it works. Okay, not gonna do floor 12 in using a phone, so yeah. Overall, the frame consistency on the S25 is better than the Plus and Ultra. Probably is because the reduced render resolution, that really plays a big role. So, in terms of the temperature, once more, it should be the hottest around this part because that's where the chipset is located. As you can see, the hottest temperature is at around 41 point something only, which I can say yes, that is actually the case because the frame of the phone is not as hot as the Plus and Ultra. Because remember this from yesterday when I got my hand burned here, for this I really don't feel anything at all. So yeah, the base model is surprisingly good. So yeah, that's the hottest around there, 40 point something, about 41. So the chipset temperature should be around 42 only, which is actually very good. Now for the back part here, this is where the hottest is going to be. You can see the brighter spot. So about 40 degrees Celsius is what we're getting. It's really cool in terms of temperature. Remember, we are pushing it to the maximum performance possible. So yeah, this is why the render resolution is important. You can watch our other video at the description below or at the top right corner here. Render resolution is independent from your screen resolution. You can have a 1440p screen but then running the game at 720p. So for this case here, 1080p screen, this kind of render resolution, it works really well. So I'm really impressed by the gaming performance of the base version Galaxy S25, the small one. It's better than the Plus and Ultra. And yeah, if you don't push the Snapdragon 8 Elite to its maximum, then it doesn't heat up that much, which is to be expected. Okay, so for Zenless Zone 0, all of the settings I'm using are at the absolute highest possible. And as you can see here, the render resolution is also lower, so 1755 by 810. Again, I will leave all of the numbers on the screen and also the percentage reduction compared to the Plus and Ultra because those two phones have higher render resolutions. Remember, render resolution is a very big factor when it comes to the graphical performance. So what I'm gonna do is to farm for weekly boss material. Not really sure who to go for. Probably Nicole, I guess. Phase 2! That was fast! Wow. I think that's the fastest run. Literally no, never used the ultimate at all. Nope, not the fastest. 1 minute 5 seconds. Okay. Oh, I need more money. So anyway, let's now go for the flower because this is the most demanding test in Zenless Zone 0. Ayah. Never mind. It's okay. So you can see the overall frame rate consistency on this Galaxy S25 in Zenless Zone 0. Same tests, same teams as the Ultra and the Plus. You can see this base version performs a lot better. It doesn't heat up as much, still a bit hot, but not as hot as the Plus and Ultra. And that is because the render resolution is lower. Even not by a lot. I mean, when you look at the number, it doesn't seem like it's that much different compared to the Plus and Ultra. It makes a huge difference. Remember, we have another video talking about render resolution. This number is very, very important. Of course, the higher the better in terms of visual quality, but also your GPU is going to suffer if this render resolution is high. And now for PUBG, this is still 720p. I'm just going to briefly go through here because this is a very, very bad game engine. So you can see extreme, blah, blah, blah. These are all of the settings that we're using. So I'm just gonna jump into a game. So 720p is the same as the Plus and Ultra. No issues at all. Okay, next game it is. PUBG, 120 FPS, no issue. Okay, so for COD Mobile, you can see here in the graphics menu, you can do quite a lot of things. So ultra frame rate, you're gonna decrease to medium graphical settings. I really would like higher FPS in shooter games like this, so that is why I prioritize FPS. And then these are all of the other settings that we are using. So one thing that I want to highlight here is again super resolution. If we turn it on, then you can see the render resolution changes from 720p to 1080p, so remember to turn this on. Yeah, these are all of the settings that we are going to use. And I know some people say, oh, COD Mobile is very demanding, please play more Battle Royale. Okay, let's go for Battle Royale then. I am going to show you how not demanding this game really is. I really don't understand the existence of this because COD Warzone exists and they're basically the same game. Maybe it's because COD Warzone is unoptimized and it demands a lot more graphical overheat for it to run. I don't know, but either way, COD Mobile, Battle Royale mode, and also COD Warzone, to me it's the same game. Even this mode is like PUBG Mobile but better.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Yeah, COD Mobile, Battle Royale, no issues at all.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Yeah, COD Mobile Battle Royale, no problems at all. I'm just gonna jump to the next game because this is no problem. So for COD Warzone, yeah, this bug happens across all phones that I've tried so far. For graphical quality, you have to manually go and make everything go to the highest, which I have already did. So now let's just jump into a game of Mobile Royale, because why not? So one thing's gonna happen with this game is that the render resolution is really high, and from what I have tested, it will make the GPU go 100% all the time. As you can see, it has already started.
Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. Grenade!
What the heck was that? Now this phone is starting to heat up. I can definitely feel the heat around this side once more.
Bounty targets are up. Get after them.
What the heck is that?
Gas is closing in. All enemy squads eliminated.
Oh,
Excellent.
I won! So yeah, that is COD Warzone for you. And for Mobile Legends, I'm not gonna show you everything, and as you can see here, we cannot go to the Ultra frame rate. Not sure why, because it's the same chipset as the Plus and Ultra. These two phones have the option to go Ultra frame rate and Ultra graphics, but for the base model S25, you don't have that option. So for Wild Rift, we can use the same settings as the other phones that we've tested as well. So high graphical quality for everything, and we just head into a game using all of these settings. You know what? We should go for 120 FPS all of a sudden, right? I don't think it's gonna be any issues at all, so let's just try it. Remember, if you turn on 120 FPS, then it will decrease your graphical quality and resolution, so that's why we are only getting 720p. Again, no problems at all. Oh no! Yeah, anyway, I'll go to the next game now. Wild Rift, no issues at all, even at 60, highest graphical quality, or 120 FPS with decreased graphical quality. Now for Wuthering Waves, we can see that all of the settings are as shown here. Maximum everything with auto FPS disabled. And now we should just walk around, I guess, because I don't really know where this location is. So unlocking waypoint it is. This type of traversal is so much better than whatever Genshin has. Wow.
Watch out.
Fruit of evolution.
All shall reveal itself. Export properly. Risk level increasing. Damage critical.
Leave it to me. Fruit of evolution. Bask in the sunlight. Woolly's attack. This is so much fun. That didn't hurt at all. Fruit of evolution. This is so much fun. Woolly's left. Oh. Woefully. Here we go again. Here comes Encore. Woolly, that away.
Variable elimination. Here, boom. Complete overhaul.
Finally thermal throttles and it reaches to about 40 something FPS. Now this is the exact same performance as the Plus and Ultra, but it took a long time for it to actually thermal throttle. Very long time to thermal throttle. This is like one of the best small phones that I've used so far. Now I do know that the thermal limit for this phone is 46 degrees Celsius. So maybe that's why it takes such a long time for it to thermal throttle. But either way, the experience here, real good.
Fruit of evolution.
Variable elimination. Disruption.
So much fun.
Yeah, I think we are done with Wuthering Waves. It takes a long time for it to thermal throttle, but it eventually did. As you can see here, it reaches like 40 something FPS just now. It is now back to like around 50, 40 something. Yeah, it's the same as the Plus and Ultra for this game. I really like that. I wish Genshin had those kind of mechanisms rather than those flying animals. And now for War Thunder, you know it, it's gonna stress the whole phone to go 100% GPU usage, but I'm not sure how well this phone will perform because the render resolution, if I'm not mistaken, is also lower on the S25 compared to the Plus and Ultra because it's only at 1488 by 688. So let's head into a game and see how things go. The GPU is still at 100%, so no surprises there. The frame rate, I'm not sure which one to trust. The built-in one is this, the one that we have is this. Either way, it's really smooth, not that hot as well, but GPU is still at 100%. It's just that the frame rate is higher and also more consistent because of this lower render resolution. Okay, now we are getting lower frame rates, which is kind of consistent to what we have with the Plus and Ultra. Oh, I won by doing nothing. Now for Fortnite, what we can do is to head into the settings menu, max everything out. This game is not really that demanding. So for the jumping part to have this kind of performance, it's expected because the loading distance for this game is actually quite high. So as you can see, the render resolution, if I'm not wrong, this is lower than a Plus and Ultra. So 648 by 1400, it's less than 720p. And I'm already getting shot at. Please don't. Bro, I need a gun. Whoops. Yeah, Fortnite not gonna be an issue for this phone, which I am not surprised because it was not a problem for the Plus or Ultra either. So that is the gaming test of the small Galaxy S25, and we have already completed the gaming test for the Plus and Ultra. You can watch it in the description below. And I have to say, the Plus and Ultra, they perform very similar to each other, and ultimately it's because the GPU in the Snapdragon 8 Elite is not good enough. So for these two phones, since they have higher resolution, higher render resolution in the games like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and also Wuthering Waves, their performance is not as good as this, especially in Zenless Zone Zero where we fight the flower boss. So since this screen is only at 1080p, of course it doesn't look as nice when you play games at a lower render resolution, but it performs a lot better. Even though the render resolution isn't that much different in terms of percentage, it really does play a big role in terms of getting the games running as smooth as possible. That's the gaming test of the Galaxy S25. Do remember to like and subscribe. And we have more tests coming soon, like the battery tests, all of those stuff. So do subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.